A strained relationship between North and South Korea started when Korea was divided into North and South along the 38th parallel. The Korean War began with North Korea's invasion on South Korea on June 25, 1950. The Korean War ended on July 27, 1953, with an armistice agreement signed to end the war. There is no peace treaty signed with North and South Korea.
He was married with four daughters. He was living in North Korea at the time. That's probably north of 38th parallel. Then, when the war started, he was about 30 years old when the war started. He wanted to come down to South Korea, and the only way he could come down was to join the army and be up on the front line. So basically, he joined the army, he left his family, and he volunteered to go to the front.
POW stands for Prisoner of War. POW camp on Koji Island, built in 1951, was the main POW camp in South Korea. Many prisoners in this camp were Chinese and North Korean soldiers.
He was in a POW camp for 3 years. Then he got out. Then he joined the South Korean army after the war. At the end of the war, people that wanted to go back to North Korea were exchanged with the U.S. and ROK soldiers, prisoners. But there are a lot of people that wanted to stay in South Korea. President Lee, at that time, plotted a escape. So there's about 28,000 prisoners were let out. My dad was responsible to cut the fence during the night. He said they were cutting it. The plan was when the sun came up, they would let everybody go. So when he was cutting it, the sun came up. He said the people were just coming down, and he didn't have to cut anymore, because when people start coming, it's just the fence just knocked down. And Korean army guards were instructed to shoot the machine gun or the guns over the head, and the last bullet was a flare. So whatever the direction the flare was going, the prisoners were told to go there, and the neighborhood people were told to support them. But I think that was the right thing to do. So my dad he escaped. Then he joined the ROK army. He said that was the best time because it was so peaceful after the war. His name was Won Muk Kim.
Thank you, dear God, for victory in Korea. We're grateful that the battle's won. We give you the praise for victory in Korea. We thank you, dear God, for what you've done. Oh, the boys gave their lives, left their children and wives. They were willing to die for you.